Quantum neurology is nervous system rehabilitation. We teach doctors how to apply quantum physics principles to the nervous system to maximize healing and human performance. My name is Dr. George Gonzalez. I'm the founder of Quantum Neurology, and I developed this work because my wife had a spinal cord injury.
I was injured from the waist down, so I had like a semi-cauda-equina symptoms, paresthesias, a lot of numbness. George was still a student. He barely graduating that year. And he took me to all the best chiropractors he knew. We went to top LA neurologists. I had all the tests and they said, well, we know you've had an injury, but we don't see anything. There's nothing to report. Come back in 6 months. Well, every month I was progressing and getting worse. And at the time I didn't see a way for me to have a normal life. And 18, 19 years later, I have a 7-year-old. I take like 4 classes a week, workout, all different kinds of stuff, and I do it with gusto because I know that I could have been in a wheelchair at this point, but I get to live a really full, beautiful life as a consequence of what he's created and what is being taught to thousands of doctors now.
We test the parameters of the nervous system, and wherever there's a breakdown, we have a patented system to rehabilitate and restore the function of the nervous system. This means restored strength, the ability to move and increase range of motion. This is improved cognitive skills, the ability to restore cranial nerve function, and the ability to restore each layer of sensation individually. Those layers are pain, temperature, vibration, light touch, deep touch, pressure, proprioception, and form recognition. So each of those layers are restored individually to help people with strokes, loss of sensation, reflex sympathetic dystrophy, and other serious sensory conditions of the leg.
In 2009, when I was 26, I started with symptoms like fatigue. I went from running, doing snowboarding, having a completely normal life, to every day I was speaking a little slower than the previous day. First, the right side of my body started it was not responding properly, and I ended up being ER, and I was getting worse every day. So continue reading options, and options led me to find about lung disease and confections. And I contacted George Gonzalez. I'm able to walk more smooth and better every day. My fine motor skills are getting better every day. I notice people can completely understand me. From now on, life's gonna continue being this journey of getting my life back.
Quantum neurology, by far, hands down, has allowed me to see patients walk into this institute limping, not being able to have full range of motion, and being able to walk out of this institute having put down the crutches, being able to walk, run, things that we've never seen before, especially in children. I mean, as a mom myself, I'm just looking for a miracle sometimes, and quantum neurology is just that.
I have a daughter who a few years ago, when she was 14, suffered a concussion to the back of her head. She was dropped during a cheerleading practices. The ER discharged her with nothing they could do for her. And one of the symptoms that was pronounced was when her head was tilted just even a little bit, her brain would sort of scramble any writing. So she couldn't read a magazine if it was lying on the table, or an advertisement on TV if her eyes were slightly bent. So we saw Dr. Cohn, and he did the quantum neurology, and he harmonized the cranial nerves that went to vision and corrected that imbalance so that she was able to read or even just look at printed material if her head were slightly slanted or if the material were slightly slanted.
It took about 10 years to develop the whole system of quantum neurology. And it's taken years to develop these concepts, and now we're so fortunate to be able to teach this in an online environment. We're able to place this in an online university, so anyone around the world can learn how to do this and get the results that we have.